This week's Sports Star Spotlight stops in the Atlanta area to meet a talented big man with a familiar last name.
Ryan Mutombo.
It's not always easy being the son of a Hall of Famer. Whenever Ryan Mutombo introduces himself to someone, they always know he's the son of legendary NBA star Dikembe Mutombo. When he was younger and still developing as a basketball player, though, Ryan felt a certain amount of pressure when he was associated with his father.
People, like when they hear the last name Mutombo, they expect the kid to be like this awesome prodigy. And I always wasn't like super confident in my skills, but the last couple years I worked really hard to just sharpen my skills and get all my handles right and my shot right, and especially my post work. And now, like, I'm really proud to have the last name Mutombo because, like, I know it doesn't define me because I'm my own person, but, you know, like, I do respect, like, the lineage of my family and what the name means.
The work Ryan has put in has yielded positive results. He's now a national top 100 prospect with a versatile all-around game. While he's proud to have the name Mutombo on his jersey, he's developing his own style, and he had to resist the urge to steal his dad's famous finger wag.
Whenever I block somebody, I flex on them like this, so that's my own thing. One thing I've sort of taken on the role of is developing like my own style of play. Like my dad didn't shoot as many pull-ups and like outside jumpers as I do. So like compared to his game, I'd say my game is a little bit more offensive focused, but we're both really great defenders. So that's one thing I take pride in as well.
I never asked him to be Dikembe Mutombo. What I've been asking him to be Ryan Mutombo and to create his own identity is the same way like I did.
I would say I am a scoring big man who runs the floor and likes to contribute on both ends, whether that's like hustling for balls or going out of my way to get rebounds or just blocking shots that come in my area. I would say that's my role, just to get my team easy points and to play my role on defense so we can win the game.
Unlike his father, who played in an era in which big men were expected to mostly stay in the paint, Ryan knows he has to be able to stretch the floor a bit more in today's game. That's why he continues to work on his guard skills, even as he's gotten close to 7 feet tall.
Well, I've been working with a point guard trainer named Brian Williams since the 7th grade, and he's pretty much taught me that, hey, even though you may be the tallest person in high school, when you get to college, there's gonna be guys that are 7'1", 7'2", 7'3", and you're gonna need to be able to shoot over them and drive around them, and your handle's gonna need to be sharp. So we've pretty much since middle school just been focusing on the tools that are gonna come into effect at the next level.
As Ryan looks to the next phase of his career, he wanted a strong role model as his next head coach.
What I'm looking for in a school is just a coaching staff I have a really great relationship with. Just someone that I know I can trust with my best interest for my long term in my basketball career. Obviously a role model, someone I can look up to, someone that can act as like a second father away from home.
As it turns out, this is one area where Ryan will be just like his father, as he's committed to Dikembe's alma mater, Georgetown. Even as Ryan goes to the same school he did, Dikembe has stressed to Ryan that he can still be his own man, and Dikembe's longtime friend Patrick Ewing can help him reach his goals.
I learned a lot from so many great basketball players like Patrick Ewing and Alonzo Mourning and Coach Thompson. Those people pushed me to find my own path, and I want him to find his own path.
Another trait of his father's that Ryan is proud to carry on is understanding the importance of giving back. Dikembe has been involved with numerous charities around the world, and he says that taking pride in one's own community is something that has been passed down through generations in the Mutombo family.
I think a lot got to do with his grandparents, the way we was raised. I think my children was fortunate enough to spend so many years with their grandfather and get a chance to know their grandpa, even though they didn't get a chance to meet their grandmother, who was a better person than their grandfather. That's why I built the hospital in their memory, but we learn a lot from our parents. I think my parents have a lot to do on what kind of person that I am today.
He just always reminds me that never forget where you came from. And you're gonna go on in life and you're gonna meet new people, but You have to remember the people that were supporting you before your name was big, before you got all the fame, before you got money, whatever it is you're chasing. You have to remember the people that were there supporting you when you didn't have anything.
Whatever comes Ryan's way in the future, he believes he's ready for it. The highs and the lows. He's prepared to fight through it all to reach his NBA dream.
One thing my dad has taught me, that as you go through life, obviously not everything is gonna turn out the way you want it. You're gonna have bad games and bad practices, but you sort of need to have a short-term memory and just every day come into work with a fresh mind and be ready to grind and beat the person that you're thinking about. No, you have to know that you're working harder than the person you want to beat. So that's the number one thing he's taught me, just to stop caring about how your day is going or what's going on. And when you get in the gym, you just need to be 100% focused.
Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.